And that's why I think he's a really good president. You guys got all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just ask if I would take $1 million
Yeah.
in all pennies. I would.
Would any part of you be mad if somebody's like, here's $1 million, and you're like, yes, and it's like, the one caveat is it's all in pennies.
Not even a bit.
You wouldn't be like,
Not even.
as you're shoveling pennies into a wheelbarrow, you're not like, well, he could have done dollars.
You know, I actually think I did the math on like having to like get $1 million worth of pennies to the bank.
Yeah.
And it's frustratingly a long amount of time. Like,
okay,
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
less than a year, okay, let's put it. Let's pretend I have a really good job, and I'm making $100,000 a year.
Okay.
As long as it's less than 10 years, I don't care. I don't care. If I do that for 8 hours a day,
you would shovel
For the next
pennies
10
for
years.
8 hours a day.
yes, I would be Scrooge McDuck. 100%.
Yeah, that's what I was. I
And
was
then
like,
when-
you would be shoveling pennies 8 hours a day.
And then when I'm walking around town and people are like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" Because like we do,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Well, I shovel pennies.
I'm
all
a penny
day.
shoveler."
I'm a penny shoveler." And they're like, "Oh, you're one of those guys."
You've got that Scrooge McDuck money. Penny shoveler. They would say it with such disdain in their
know.
voice.
I know.
Scrooge McDucking it. That's swimming in your money, by the way.
Yeah, for
Not
all the
walking
young
over-
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
They redid it, so I think all the young kids know.
Do they know it now?
Yeah, my kids have seen the DuckTales. So
I'm really glad that you guys just laughed at what I said.
it was good.
Yeah. Well, it leads me to something that somebody said to me this week.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Was it
You
a
have
guy?
had a roll. It sounds like he has had a roller coaster week.
Was it
Yeah.
a guy at work
I
that
had
doesn't
my lows.
believe in God?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay.
I don't really know what his faith perspective is yet. Guy says to me at work this week, he's been away for quite a while. He's come back. And I believe he meant this as a compliment. We have a very good relationship. I really like the guy. He's a really good guy. He says, in front of a bunch of all of my group, so there's like 8 of us in this room, and he goes, "You know, Adam has this humor that 10 minutes later you really get it."
Computational humor.
And I couldn't tell if he was insulting himself, backhand complimenting me, genuinely. I think he was genuinely complimenting me, but it was like very multi-layered.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to that. You're really funny eventually.
Yes.
Write that down. I'm really funny eventually. That's going to go on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But that's what I was thinking. And so I've been preparing for our launch on Monday and listening to hours of our exchanges. You guys laugh at me sometimes. Elliot laughs a lot at me. Cody doesn't laugh at me that much, which is fine because I know. And here's the reality. Here's what I'm bringing all this to a head to. Not all of our listeners know that we have a card. Okay. Well, considering our listeners are just our children right now.
Yeah, every one of our listeners
every one of our
today
knows.
know that.
Yeah. But eventually people may not know what the card is. And the card is the funny one. And whenever someone's truly funny, we have to pass that off to somebody else. I was reflecting yesterday. I have held that card less than either of you. And I think that makes me the least funny of the group.
As Cody and Elliot look at each other with a knowing glance.
He's figured it out.
Oh, no. It's okay. The least funny of the three of us is still pretty funny.
Along that
Maybe.
logic, I have never held the coin.
Ooh.
So I am the least
Successful.
successful
I don't know.
out of the three of us.
Just out
You
of the
don't win.
competitions we've done.
Yeah. You don't want our competition.
Just out of the competitions.
Yeah.
I'm sure
And
it's very frustrating for you.
and
Because you have come in second a lot, and you're like
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, right there.
well, that's the thing. Like for our listeners, it's not like when the competition happens, one person is clearly the winner.
Right.
It's
close.
almost
It's a judgment
always
call every
like
time,
yeah, it's very close. Everybody always does.
Except the first one. Because that was very objective. Galaga arcade
Yeah.
playoff.
That was
You have a high score
You're
and
being
that's it.
judged
Yeah,
by a
but
machine.
it was
Yeah.
the coin went back and forth. It changed
Oh,
hands
yeah,
all
that's
week.
true.
So
That's true.
it was that was more like it was different because it was like an ongoing.
Yeah.
It could change hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the time limit was Falls Creek.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah, you've had the coin the least amount.
not at all.
Or not- yeah.
I had it I had a couple of times with Galaga,
yeah.
but
But it was quickly swiped away. And Adam's got it now.
Yeah.
And he's already had it long.
Adam had it for a
I
very
think he's
long
had
time.
the coin the longest. Because you had it for Galaga.
And
I had
then-
it briefly, and then you've had it again. So
Yeah.
we've really only done 3 challenges.
because it was like he had it in July, and then we didn't do a competition until December, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the bake off.
Yeah,
Which I'm still surprised I lost with Croquembouche, but
Yours was, again, technically, it was
yours
fantastic.
tasted-
But
it
mine
tasted
was just
amazing.
delicious.
It tasted wonderful.
Yeah. And that matters. That matters in things.
But anyway, I'm just getting to the point that I'm not very funny, like in the grand scheme of things, because I think I would make you guys laugh more if I was funnier. This isn't a pity party. I'm just making an observation, and I like it because I like laughing.
it could just
Like,
be that you have
We need-
higher standards for your
Yeah.
jokes.
that could be
Because
it.
I'm
You
not
guys know me
I'm
pretty
not
well.
afraid of low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It doesn't even occur to me when the low hanging fruit. Like you say things that you think is low hanging fruit, and I'm like, man, that's brilliant. And then I can't
Is
even
it
think of
possible he's thinking of our humor on too many levels, and he thinks we're more brilliant than we are?
Maybe.
Because sometimes he's like, "Oh, that's so clever. That works on so many levels," and I'm like, "Levels?
You know, like Kramer.
what are you
Kramer,
talking
right?
about? I just
Yeah.
said something that sounded funny.
That
and-
was a joke about stepping in dog poop.
yeah. There were no levels.
There's no.
I can increase the square footage of my house by putting all these levels in my living room. So, yeah, levels.
levels.
It's all about levels, man.
So I was telling my coworker about the podcast, and he was like, "Well, what do you guys? What's it about?"
Everybody asked me
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just 3 guys, and we sit around and talk about stuff and laugh, and we're all in our 40s, so we all have a pretty good take on life. Like, we can say something deep if we need to, and we also know that we're not serious. Like,
Yeah.
And we're not an expert at anything.
yeah.
No.
And he was like, "Well, what's like? Give me an example." I was like, "Well, sometimes we like." I came up with a thing that we do called "Who Are You?" And you have to say who you think you are from a particular Disney movie. And he was like, "Well," he was like, "Tell me about it." And so I told him about the Aladdin one.
Yeah.
And I told him how it ended.
It was very funny.
And he's laughing, and he said the exact same thing that you did, which was, you have to be coming up with that like a week before, and then trying to funnel everything into that one moment so you can have your moment.
You or us?
No, he said
Yeah.
he said
I still believe that could be the case.
so. He goes, nope, because nobody just thinks of that on the spot.
yeah.
And
But you did.
I did,
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But yeah, I tell people the same thing. I'm like, well, it's kind of like a Seinfeld thing where we don't really, there's no agenda.
Yeah.
We're not really talking about anything, and we usually end up talking about stuff. So,
Yeah, I describe it like this all started because we all would sit and have breakfast and just talk about life. And this is just basically the kind of things we would talk about at breakfast. What's going on in our life.
just minus the pancakes.
Minus the pancakes.
that could have been the name of our podcast. Minus the pancakes.
Ooh.
Could have.
Ooh, is it too late to change?
We're leaning pretty heavy into Beans Vanilla Heresy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Every time I tell people that's the name of our podcast, they just start laughing.
Yeah.
I know.
So, way to go, Elliot. Elliot came up with that.
Yeah, I told somebody and they laughed and they were like, wait, no, seriously? I was like, yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And they kind of looked at me like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I've just been laughing for the last couple of days as I've been listening to our old shows. So super fun. It's so much. I highly recommend you guys, like the two of you, our listeners should listen as well, but the two of you should go back.
I highly recommend the people listening to us to listen to us.
Yes, absolutely. And all the people standing, still stay standing.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So, do you guys think about the apocalypse very much?
All the time.
Like, it's everywhere, like all the shows, all the movies. Mm-hmm. We're watching a show now that's about the apocalypse. My wife has, I don't know if it's a hot take, it's her take on the apocalypse. Whether it doesn't matter, whether it's the zombie apocalypse,
Okay.
whether it's
Yeah,
like
that was my next question is,
which
are we, do we have a specific one, or is it
could-
just an apocalypse? Yeah,
a zombie
okay.
apocalypse, a climate apocalypse, a AI apocalypse, an apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
which is, with the X-Men character Apocalypse came and caused the apocalypse.
That was an Adam
Give him
joke.
the card.
That was an Adam joke.
That is funny. Give him the card. That is funny.
I agree. That's a card-worthy joke. I think that's one that hits 10 minutes later for the listeners. I wish you would have let it hang longer.
I'm going to use that forever. Oh my gosh, that's the funniest thing I've heard all week. Yeah, give him the card. That is hilarious.
All right, everyone, you're about to hear the sound of the card. It is metal, by the way.
It is metal. It has some heft to it.
Oh my gosh.
that in a
Zombie
prominent place.
apocalypse, AI apocalypse. You playing that.
That one I did.
You wrote that joke. That's a good joke, man.
Yeah. I was sitting in the car, I was like thinking about this, what we're going to talk about, and I was like, I know somebody's going to ask what kind of apocalypse, and I was like, oh yeah, an apocalypse.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Anyway. So.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Well done.
I got the card out of that. I'm proud. So in an apocalypse, whatever your apocalypse du jour, so my wife is like, I don't want to live. I just want to die. Like, I don't want to go through
Yeah, a lot
any
of people
that.
say that.
Like, when you watch, like, the horrible things that people have to endure, I say watch, like, in all the movies and stuff. They're like,
yeah.
She's like, I don't want to do any of that. I want to die, go be with Jesus, and it's all good. She has no, like, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I think I would want to. But I was watching an episode of Fringe. I don't know if you've ever seen Fringe.
No, not yet.
Fringe is a great show. It's X-Files-esque. I think it's
Right.
X-Files for
Yeah,
the
I'm
next
familiar
generation.
with it. Yeah.
I thought it was great. They do a bit where you're watching these two guys and they're talking. You're like, something's wrong, but you don't know what. And they're kind of covertly talking about, like, did you get the stuff? It's like, yeah, I got the stuff, man. It took, I had to bribe a lot of people to get the stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh wow. I'm like, what is the stuff, right? And so they pull it out.
You're going to let us guess what it was?
You can.
Nintendo 64 GoldenEye?
No.
Coffee?
Sugar.
Yes. It was coffee.
Yeah.
It's coffee. All right. And so it's like they're drinking coffee, like, oh, I haven't had this in years. And that's a subtle nod, like, oh, something's wrong with the world if you can't get coffee. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, wait a minute. In an apocalypse in America, what are the chances that we still have coffee? Do you know how much of our coffee is imported from another country?
100%?
99%.
90? Yeah, I was going to say 99.
Yeah, and the only places we do grow it is like Hawaii.
Yeah.
So even like the 1% in the United States is not in like Oklahoma or anywhere in the continental United States. So in an apocalypse, we don't have coffee anymore.
But we have tea.
In the United States.
We have tea. And you have chicory.
Okay. Cody and I just both gave each other another knowing glance. Tea.
Tea is wonderful.
Tea is delightful. Tea is not coffee. So I'm with my wife in an apocalypse. If there's no coffee, I'm out. I'm out, guys. No, I'm not going to do it.
Tea.
This is a 10-minute later joke, isn't it, when I said tea? But I wasn't being funny.
I'm trying to find like a fair equivalent to that statement
It's tea.
so that you can understand how ridiculous.
Dude, every
It is.
time, it's always like tea or coffee. Tea or coffee. They're always in hand. It's like salt and pepper.
In an apocalypse situation, you may not be able to be with your family, but you'll be with other humans, so it's okay. It's all the same. That was your equivalent.
That's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing at all. That's not even remotely the same. It's tea and coffee. Black coffee does not have as much caffeine as coffee, but it's pretty close.
Black tea doesn't.
Black tea doesn't have as much caffeine as black coffee.
Sure.
That's what I said, right?
No.
Okay, I mix up my words sometimes. So, but they it's pretty close. And tea has a lot of other nice things in it. It's got flavonoids and all
I
sorts
drink
of healthy
tea.
things.
Tea's fine.
Tea's fantastic.
But if you said I could only drink tea and I'm not allowed to have coffee anymore, I'm out.
Man, that's a hard line.
It's just not, they're not even remotely the same kind of drink. Other than that, they're hot.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement.
Wow. Have you guys had chicory before?
I feel like I probably have once, but it didn't leave a mark in my memory. So
You guys know what chicory is?
No way.
So in the Civil War, they ran out of coffee. Coffee was rationed.
That's probably why.
that's
I
why
don't
the
know
Civil
what it
War
is.
happened. Yeah,
I don't think you can say that.
Oh, yeah, you
I don't
probably
think
can't.
You can say that.
Abraham
probably
Lincoln was like, "Where's all the coffee at?"
Kill him!
I think it's in the South.
Kill him! Elliot's going to kill himself if we
Can
don't.
we go to war over? No,
definitely
we
gets it.
cannot go to war over coffee. We'll find something.
This is what's going way off the rails.
all right. Chicory.
They were rationing coffee,
Okay.
and so they didn't have enough. So what they did is they would take chicory bark or chicory root. I can't remember which one, and then they would grind it up, and then they would cut coffee with it to make it go longer. But it actually tastes really good.
Just take the old chicory stick.
Yeah, you can still get community coffee. Still has chicory coffee. You can get it. It's delicious. It's delicious.
Comes in those little like tin cans that you
It
have to like
doesn't, no.
twist the lid off
It's not
of
like
it.
a sardine.
It comes in with
You got
fish oil.
to disconnect your bayonet. And
Oh my god, chicory is great though. But so coffee's your red line.
Now I want to try chicory, but
great.
But the guy who says it's great says that coffee and tea are the exact same thing.
I didn't
So
say they're exactly
right.
the same thing. I said as long as you got tea, then what's the big deal?
I'm kind of joking, but
I don't know.
Like I don't know. Like if I drink so much coffee, and if you were like, if there that you know what, I don't want to like help America's enemies. But if you wanted to destroy America,
that is how you bring
knock
us down.
off our coffee supply. Like, prevent coffee from coming into the United States for a week. See what happens. Actually, we
That
might
and
become so
cocaine.
violent and angry that bad things would happen. So maybe don't do that. Seriously. Well, don't do it anyway, but...
Yeah, coffee and cocaine, and we're done. It's all being funneled to us. Oh my gosh! So, we need to pause because I'm trying to get an example of tea and coffee.
Okay.
And I think I have a good one that works.
Like an analogy.
Yes.
You got a lot riding on this because Leslie thinks that you're the king of analogies.
Okay.
Which I don't understand. I don't think you're that great. No offense.
Well, let's see.
but let's find out.
The
Let's
king
see.
of analogies?
Yeah,
Did
she
say
said that.
She,
She basically said that the other day. She didn't use those words, but she was saying that.
she said that. She didn't use those words, but
No,
she said
she
that.
used
would you
better
agree?
words. Like emperor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caesar. No, because like
I must have blocked it from my mind.
she was
The
talking about.
god of analogies was what she said.
Yes. She was talking about our small group time, and she says that she was talking about you, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she said that, no, I mean, she talks about you, like, finding illustrations, but she says, Cody is so good, he'll sit there, and he'll mull it over, and he'll come up with the best analogy for what you're saying.
This sounds vaguely familiar, yeah.
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 I
you
think
should
it
block
hurt
it out.
his feelings
That's
when
probably-
she said it.
It hurt my feelings, because I was sitting there, too, and I was like, I make analogies. I'm an educated person.
Yeah.
I know
Nobody
what the difference
gets
in
'em.
tea and coffee are for 10 minutes.
Because
Hey, I just got that analogy you made 10 months ago. Just got it.
that's because you're using tea and coffee in your analogy and calling them the same thing.
All right, so
All right.
I built this up a lot.
Okay.
So
okay.
if you don't do it right,
this is this is where I'm going with this. I think the comparison of saying that tea and coffee are the same thing is like saying that metric and standard bolts are the same thing.
There's a lot of dead air right now.
Yeah.
I don't like they.
But they're not the same thing.
They're not. They are not the
They're
same
not the
thing.
same thing.
And you cannot replace one with the other.
You can't replace one with the other, but they are functionally the same thing. I think that's a pretty good analogy.
That's actually
I'm going to give that
analogy
one.
of
I'm going
coffee and tea.
to give that to you.
Okay.
Yeah. It will do the job, but it won't do the job that's needed for this particular situation. Yeah. It'll work in someone else's situation, but it won't work in every situation.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's why he's the king.
Here's to you, Leslie. That was for you.
I'm going to...
Your wife loves me.
I want you to know... I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You are working double time to get that card back from him before the show is over.
No way.
And I'm telling you,
no way.
I'm telling you,
I don't need that.
He's looking at you in the face.
Yes, you do. Unless you can come up with something better than apocalypse, you're not getting it.
I don't need that thing. It's been weighing down my wallet. I don't know.
Well, it's going to weigh down my wallet for a while.
You're the one who had that made out of metal, so it would last forever and be used by John Wick to kill somebody at some point.
Man, it is sharp.
I do feel like we should cut out the through the center so that it stays forever instead of being able to be rubbed off. But
oh yeah, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, like the letters be
yeah.
carved out of it.
But anyway, it's something I'll mull over since I have the card.
Go for it.
Oh my gosh.
So back to our pocket.
Can we have an arm wrestling competition for the coin real quick?
Oh my gosh! So this all started with the apocalypse, right?
Apocalypse.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what was your thing about apocalypse?
I don't think I want to survive it. I'm done.
Coffee is your hard line.
That's my hard line.
But if there's coffee,
if there's apocalypse in his,
let's say
as he takes over the world,
yeah,
allows us to have coffee, then I'm like, maybe,
well,
okay.
What if apocalypse happens, but you're in a bunker,
yeah,
a U.S. bunker that has all the food and coffee that you would need for 300 years.
Okay,
even with the copious amounts of coffee that you consume.
So that would last me about 100 years of.
But I'm saying it'll be 1,000 years. It's a it's never going to run out.
Okay.
Let's say you have a magical coffee plant that actually produces roasted beans to perfection, and you just
the coffee plant produces roasted beans. All right.
Yeah.
I don't even have to do the roasting process.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you just even have a grinder where it just automatically refills magically.
The perfect coffee. I'm with you.
Would you want to stay in the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as he's got coffee,
He's good. Coffee, I'm good.
That's a low bar, dude.
Yeah.
That's a low bar.
Well, I'm also in the bunker with the magical thing, so obviously the other bad things aren't happening to me.
Well, I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't say that. You're insinuating a lot.
Okay, I did.
Insinuating a lot,
I guess. Yeah, make sure if I've got coffee, I'll take on the apocalypse.
Okay. Cody, is there a red line for you for the apocalypse? Or does it matter which apocalypse it is?
No, I'm all about survival. So
You just see it as a challenge.
I would adapt. My former boss is in the same camp as Leslie. The go-to that my whole life has always been zombie apocalypse. That's when we think about something happening, that's it. Mm-hmm. And it's been a running joke between the two of us for 15 years. He's like, and we'll talk about it. And he's like, the conversation always ends with him I'll just walk outside and get bit by zombies and become a zombie because I don't want to live in that world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and so the ongoing joke is anytime it gets brought up, I'm like, well, the game for me and you, since we're survivors, is to find the Mr. Jason zombie and kill it. And he's like, yeah, like that. If you guys want to use my zombie body as a game, go for it. Like,
You kind of opening yourself up to that at that point.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm in the Cody camp. I'm surviving. Like I wouldn't look forward to it. Obviously, it'd be terrible. But man, it beats sitting in a room with no windows all day doing work. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah. You are living your own type of apocalypse.
I kind of am. I'm in a bunker. Food is rationed.
they keep giving you coffee.
Coffee or tea. I can't tell the difference.
It's coffee
anymore,
with
apparently.
a question mark.
I get to go outside for a couple minutes every day.
They ask you to mill up metric bolts when you clearly need standard.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would 100%. I actually was thinking about the apocalypse because you asked us if we were thinking about it. I actually had a thought about apocalypse a couple days ago. Revelation 13:15 says, and the second, I'm going to butcher it, the second beast was given the power to give the image of the first beast breath, and that caused the first beast to be able to speak and to cause everyone who doesn't worship the image of the first beast to be killed. Okay. A lot of ideas floating around that's AI and robots. Okay. I think I've talked to both of you guys about this before, but I had this wrinkle in my thought the other day. Did you guys ever see that Star Trek episode where Geordi is trying to fix the warp drives? And
Every episode, yeah.
But this one in particular, he uses the holodeck and like transfers the holodeck technology to the engineering bay. And he has that woman who is the engineer who created the warp drive. Do you remember
Yeah,
this?
and
Cody's nodding. Yeah.
she's a real person somewhere else.
Yes.
Out in the universe. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the holodeck creates an AI of her, and they work through the problem together.
Yeah.
Okay. That thought popped in my head, and I was like, man, because a lot of people thought Hitler was the Antichrist, like he was going to.
Well, there are more
he
than
was
one
in.
Antichrist. Like, Antichrist is plural. Like,
Yeah, and I'm going to be like super pop level with it. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
super theological.
Okay.
Just
Sorry.
just ride with me for a second.
Okay.
And no apology necessary. No apology necessary. I'm so sad when people apologize to me and they don't need to. Like, no apology necessary.
I'm so sorry.
But I had this thought. I was like, because with that verse and me thinking about how that could easily be AI going into a robot, I was like, man, but that would have to be a particular AI. What if someone took everything that Hitler wrote and videos of him and made an AI of Hitler and then put that in a robot, and then that robot tried to take over the world? That would be awful. That's like a B-rated sci-fi movie right there.
Yeah. That's an interesting movie.
You know, the more that I mess around with AI, the less afraid of it.
That's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Every time I see some breakdancing robot take a misstep and completely just fly off the rails, I'm like, that?
Did you see the one?
That's what's gonna get us?
Did you see the one where the guy is talking to the robot and he's got him holding an airsoft gun, and he says, hey, shoot me. You have a gun in your hand. Shoot me with a gun. And that robot's like, I can't do that. It doesn't know that it's not a real gun.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't do that. I have safety protocols in place that won't allow me to do that. I'm ordering you to do it. I cannot do it. Okay. Well, let's just pretend that it's not a real gun, even though it is, or something to that effect. And the robot goes, and shoots. I was like,
Safety protocol.
safety
Yeah.
protocol's my butt. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not worried about AI at all.
I'm kind of worried about, like, because what you're describing is that the robots act quasi drunk all the time, but they're just kind of stumbling into things.
Not
and-
just the robots. I mean the actual
The mind behind it.
like when
No.
you're messing with it online. Like some of the mistakes that AI makes are unfathomably ridiculous. Like how did you do that?
Yeah, I love when it lies.
Yeah.
Just straight up lies. That cracks me up.
So, speaking of the end times, and do you think the beast and all of this, like, it seems to me that they are very popular. Is that would you interpret that reading through the book of Revelations that the
You're saying
Like
that the actual beast is a popular figure.
the world is like, yes,
Okay.
I want some of that. I want to be a part of that. And like, is that
I think so.
okay? Have you ever? Oh, good.
I was going to say, just for our listeners and for my own confusion, the word for this is eschatology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
End times.
End times.
Study
The
of
study
end
of end
times.
times.
End times.
It's so annoying that,
We do all the Greek for everything.
yeah, that we do eschatology and
Ecclesiology.
ecclesiology. It's like, come on. Like,
Did they have to make it so tricky?
it's like tea and coffee. They're way too close.
Maybe that's your.
They're way
analogy.
too similar
my
to be
gosh.
next to each other.
So
Because you
these-
don't know if you're drinking tea or coffee.
So these end time figures seem like they're very popular. The whole world is like, I want me some of that, right? Except for the handful of believers or those who resist, right? Mm-hmm. My biggest struggle is I don't know that we've ever seen a figure, whether it's Hitler or whoever you want to say is the Antichrist, that has been just that popular. Most people are like, at best, they get maybe half the world. The world is divided, maybe a third, maybe they're like, there's usually a pretty strong, we love this guy, and an equally strong, we hate this guy, thing, person, whatever. So I'm trying to imagine a scenario in the end times when, like, there's an Antichrist that the whole world is like, yes, and there's not a very large group of people that are like, no. That's my always struggle with trying to imagine who the Antichrist would be, because even Hitler was like, yeah, a lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him. Like, countries went to war to fight him. Like,
Yeah, but a lot of people loved him before things took a turn. Like, he was Time Man of the Year. He was very popular in the United States before we find out that he's murdering Jews by the millions. Like, there were plenty of Americans who went to fight on behalf of Germany.
yeah,
Like, he was not wildly unpopular, right? He had a lot of charisma. So, what were you going to say, Cody?
Say Jason made a quasi argument for. He didn't know he was making this argument, but he was like, we were talking about Taylor Swift, and he goes,
That fits with this
he
conversation.
goes, everybody needs to
kind of
be.
super popular people.
She is super
He
popular.
was
yeah.
like, everybody needs to be thankful that she's as level-headed as she is, because if she told all the teenage girls that anybody with brown eyes should die, they might rise up and do it. She has that kind of like sway on the teenage population.
I should hope not.
I don't
hope
think
not,
so,
but
like
Maybe not to that extent.
It's another
get people
figure
to do
that-
something.
like everyone is.
She said, everybody storm Area 51. They would have done it.
I don't know, guys. Like,
I don't know either.
on the one hand, the people who tried to storm Area 51, they didn't need much reason to do it. Like,
No,
they
nobody
were.
needs too much reason.
It was the middle of COVID. People were like, "Let's go do
How
it."
many people actually went and did it?
There were a lot. There were a lot.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
supposed to be like tens of thousands. I thought it was like in the hundreds.
I think it was in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still enough that a lot of people were going to go to jail or get
Yeah.
shot. Like,
I'm not recommending it. Nobody should do
no,
that.
no, nobody should do that.
Nobody
yeah.
should storm a military base. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's silly.
But
Unless there's coffee in there.
Or if Taylor Swift tells you to do it.
I don't think that.
Taylor Swift is like, they've got the coffee.
It's in Area 51. No,
Oh, go ahead.
in an
In that
apocalypse,
case, Elliot is
I
storming
bet
the gates.
Yeah, in an apocalypse, I might be going to Area 51 to find the coffee to see.
You would probably just join them. You're not a fight. Like, you're not going to go out and try to You're obviously
no.
gonna
I
calculate
would
the
I would
odds,
knock
right?
on the chain metal fence and be like, "Do you guys got coffee in there? You guys got that coffee in there?" I'm like, "Can I come in?"
Who sent you?
Nobody sent me. I just
Taylor.
need the coffee. Taylor.
Area 52 said that I could. They said that you had some. I got him.
That's pretty good.
Got him.
I'm going to all the areas to look for coffee. I started at one, guys.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
They're going to mess with you. They'll be like, no, it was here, but we sent it to Area 53.
Okay.
I got to go to another one.
Where's that at?
It's by your mama's house.
They're going to pull out a treasure map for you.
They've got stacks of these treasure maps.
Here you go.
The outside of the box says "open in case of apocalypse," and the inside lid says "just give to every bozo that comes here looking for coffee."
That's the kind of influence our podcast will have. Is everyone's going to think.
Oh my gosh!
You know what this conversation has done? It has made me really enjoy this cup of coffee I'm drinking even more. Like, oh yeah, this is good.
It's making me think that I'm gonna probably never drink coffee again if there's an apocalypse and there's no French vanilla creamer. Because I've been drinking French vanilla creamer like a mad dog ever since the
You're just
chicken
trying
vanilla.
to become vanilla. You don't want to be Harrison.
I don't want to be here.
No, that's the problem. Is he's making himself more heretical by drinking French vanilla.
Because I'm not supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I can't win.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
that's who you are.
You're still never going to be Cody French vanilla, where you bring your own French vanilla to a
Oh
restaurant.
no, I would never be that level. I'm never gonna meow the lid of the French vanilla cup. Oh my gosh!
And then offer to share.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Would
lick
you like
the
some of
lid
this?
and then offer to share. You guys want some? It's very much like that scene in Three Amigos.
Oh yeah,
Where the guys are like running out of water. And then they're like, the second guy pours sand on himself because there's no water in his. And then the third guy, he like pours the water all over his face and then throws it in the sand. And then he takes out his lip balm and he puts some on and he goes, lip balm? It's very similar. That's my long analogy. That's my problem. I have long analogies. Cody's analogies are very pithy,
Yeah, they're very pithy, to the point. That's why he's the king.
apparently.
one of my favorite jokes is to go stand behind a ficus tree and shake it and sing "She's Coming Around the Mountain," and just see who gets it.
He doesn't get it.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'll get it eventually, I guess.
Have you've seen Three Amigos, right?
I have, but it's been a long time.
Oh, you need to go back and rewatch that. That's something that you should watch every once in a while, like Napoleon.
Yeah.
So, do you have any other thoughts about the apocalypse?
No, just curious if I was the only one who wasn't going to even
Who's
try
gonna
if
tap
there's no
out?
coffee. Yeah.
No,
I mean, there's so, like I said, there's so many different types of apocalypses, so we could have we may come back to the apocalypse at some point in the future, but
I mean, I don't think I'll make it. I think Cody will be taking the competition coin off of my dead body.
he might be the cause.
I don't think he will. But like, there's a lot of survival skills I don't have, and the learning curve on some of those things is pretty steep.
Cody, do you have any coffee? Yeah, it's back there by the bear trap.
I left it at Area 53.
They look a little armed. They're not.
It's fine.
No, there's a lot of things I don't know how to do. Like, I've never made a fire from scratch. Have you guys made a fire from scratch?
I actually taught my kids to do that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Could you teach me, Daddy?
If you'd never say that again.
Okay.
Cody, have you made a fire from scratch? You have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not calling you Daddy. Uncle Cody. I only said that because he said he taught his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what else do I don't know how to purify water. I mean, I think I got a pretty good idea. You boil it long enough, you're probably all right.
Yeah. You ever watch that show Alone?
All the time. I love it.
Yeah, just watch that, and I'm just like, okay, do that.
All those guys have
guys who
Pharaoh
win.
sticks. I was watching this
Well,
one
yeah.
fella, and he lost his Pharaoh stick in the first, 3 hours. Fell off around his belt or something. And he was like, I'm out. Not even gonna. That's it.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't even know where to get a Pharaoh stick. I guess Academy.
I'll give you one.
You have? I won't. Well, I'll be able
tell
to
you
get
the
it
secret.
from you.
I'll tell you a secret how to get stuff. Amazon. It's all on Amazon.
That's true.
Today, our daily plug for our sponsor, non-paying sponsor, Amazon.
Yeah, but you can't.
You can get everything from
You
Amazon.
can't. There's no Amazon in the apocalypse.
I don't know. I bet Amazon's still going in the apocalypse. I bet their drones are
They've
still
got
delivering.
a contingency. They've got an apocalyptic contingency.
Mr. Bezos, the apocalypse has started. What's your point?
Yeah,
People
and
still need coffee.
We have all the coffee.
that would be an interesting apocalypse scenario. That the world is you're in the apocalypse, but Amazon is still rolling, like through drones, and so you can just like you don't have electricity, but if you're able to like wind up a generator and turn your computer on, you can order supplies.
That's not really. It sounds stupid, but it's really not far fetched. I was listening to Rogan this week, and he told this story about during World War II, the Germans and Russians were fighting each other, and they stopped because so many of their soldiers were being killed by wolves. And they had a temporary ceasefire, and they killed all the wolves, and then they went back to killing each other. And I was like, I can kind of see a similar thing where apocalypse, everything's broken down, there's warlords, all this stuff, but all the warlords are like, look, guys, everybody really needs tea, so we're going to let Amazon continue doing its thing. Amazon, like it's almost like if it's got a red cross on the top
like a
of it.
medic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Then
got
we
the
have
Amazon smile logo. Don't hurt it.
We have the Amazon convention among all the warlords in the world, and they're like, okay, Amazon gets passed, guys. People got to be able to stream movies, and they spend all this money on virtual library of movies. They've still got to be able to watch them.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen I don't remember where I saw this, but it was like they do reports and studies on like how an apocalypse could actually happen, and
Oh yeah,
and I think the thing that I've seen that is the most terrifying, and you guys have probably seen this or heard this, but if America lost power, like I don't remember what the number is, but it's like
less than 7 days we run out of food.
well, but I mean like within 30 days. I don't know I can't remember what the
people
percentage of the population
Yeah.
is dead in
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah.
It's like a quarter of the population.
I think it's
or,
more. Yeah.
Or it might be
It's a
two-thirds.
lot.
I
It's
don't
a
remember
lot.
what it is, but it was like
This is so
you
sad.
took away power for 30 days. and
We were sitting at
we
the
don't
house
recover.
yesterday, and
For generations.
we had a long day, VBS. We were done. We're sitting at the house. We're all my family just sitting there. We're just kind of relaxing, and then the internet went out for like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. I was like, it'll probably reset. And I was like, what if it doesn't? What if we don't have it? I'm like, I don't know what to do. I was so sad. I was like, I would probably be fine, but it was just like, I know I would be fine. But it was just like that thought of so much of our life is wrapped around having the internet that if it was gone for more than 10 minutes, like it's a bad deal. And that's sad.
So much of our life is wrapped around just having a cell phone being constantly connected.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the study this fella did where he measured, I don't know if it was just brain activity or what, but I'm going to paraphrase it. But basically he found that after 30 days of not using his cell phone, he was smarter. Have you seen this?
No.
Pretty wild. It's a pretty wild study.
I believe it, I think. I could see it being, there being truth to that.
Like I just took TikTok off my phone because I realized I was doom scrolling a lot.
Yeah.
Took it off, and now I find myself like opening up my phone, and I just looking at it like, what do I do with this thing now?
Yeah.
And then I shut it off, and then I'm like, now what do I do? And then I go do something productive. But it takes me a minute. It's weird. It's weird.
It is weird. Yeah. I tried to stop, scrolling YouTube or whatever, and it's like, what do I do? I guess I spent a lot more time doing that than I thought I did.
This was like a thought that I had the other day that the next wave of millionaires are going to be people who don't have electronics in their lives, because they are going to have 50% more time to be productive than anybody else. Like, and I think that's happening now. Like, the people who are getting ahead, they get ahead because they're choosing not to spend 4 or 5 hours a day on their phones.
Yeah. My screen time, I looked at it the other day because I was like, okay, I took TikTok off, and it's been a week or so. I was like, I bet my screen time went down by a good hour a day. And, you know, not like concentrated hours, but like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. No. It may have gone down like 30 minutes, and I just shifted it over to another app.
Mm-hmm.
This may be a good...
That's the hard thing.
Yeah.
Challenge.
It may be a good challenge for us. We
By
might
the way, that's something of substance for everyone to know, because that principle there is true across all of life, and especially when it comes to sin in your life, is that if you are struggling with one particular sin, and let's just call it an addiction, and you move past it, you will experience freedom for a little while, but something else will come up in its place, and you will replace that addiction with something else, or that struggle with something else. Like you never had to keep your, like, Satan never needed you to keep your guard up against pornography because he has you drinking alcohol and you're an alcoholic. So he's got you. So throwing other things at you, he's got his hooks deep in you with alcoholism. You overcome it, and you've never guarded yourself against, like, you learned how to guard yourself against this, and then he's like, okay, well, let's just do the next thing. And
I think that the scriptures speak to that, like being filled with the Spirit. Like, it's not enough to stop doing something, because you're just gonna, like, you stop TikTok, right? You're gonna fill it with something else.
Yeah.
The trick is making sure, but the thing is to make sure the thing you fill it with is actually a valuable, good thing. Because we all have 24 hours a day. We're going to fill it with something. What we find is that we filled it with scrolling and stuff that's not helpful. You stop doing the one thing, it's not any better if you fill it with taking a nap, right? Or, I don't know, something else.
But taking a nap is a holy thing. I think.
I think it can fall into...
Yeah,
slog,
it can go.
Right. But you're going to fill it with something. So you got to make sure it's not enough to just stop doing the thing that you've recognized is not helpful. You've got to then replace it with, like you said, you started to be productive. Like, you've got to fill it with something that's good. Otherwise, you're just going to fill it with something else that's easy and not helpful.
I think Jordan Peterson spoke to that. He was speaking specifically about alcoholism. He said, if you want to stop being an alcoholic, you can't just stop. You have to replace it with something else that is not a problem. So that's your focus. You have to focus on something else that takes away your time, like going to school or whatever, like something that is productive and matters to you and builds you up in a positive way. So spending more time with the Lord.
I've always thought of it like like God is working on you, and he's trying to make us into the image of his son, and we're doing this one thing that's bad, like, say, pornography addiction. That's pretty rampant it's competitive for guys, and it's becoming more rampant for girls too. And I think God works on you, and then he gets to a point where, okay, you're at a point, we've dealt with this. Now we're going to go over to this other thing. I think all those things were always there. And he's just constantly, and then he may have to go back and touch up that other spot. And it's like he's making this statue, or he's, like, I think Isaiah's illustration of a potter working on the wheel is totally accurate. He's doing this one thing, and once he gets that done, he works on another part of it, and then he has to go back, and then he's shaping it into something beautiful. But it takes time, and it's not finished. It's not finished until the work is all done. But I think both of these ideas are true. I think you do have to be filled, and you do have to replace. But I think there's always something else to take out. and be filled with.
Yeah, and I think it's a mercy of God that He doesn't just come to us and say, "All right, here are the 50 things these are all bad, and we're going to fix all of them today," because that would be incredibly overwhelming and discouraging.
Well, and
He does one kind of. Here's the most important thing, and deals with that.
That's the mistake that everybody makes on January 1.
Mm-hmm.
Is they're like, okay, I'm changing my diet. I'm going to start exercising. I'm putting my phone away. They come up with these 5 things that they hate about their life and they want to fix them. Mm-hmm. And that literally changes their entire life in one day. And they do it for a week and they're done.
Yeah, and the problem with all those things is that they're just focusing on the symptoms and they're not focusing on the disease. And the disease really is selfishness.
Well, the point was,
you can't do it
on January 1, you don't change anything. If you want to change your diet, even with your diet, you don't completely change the whole thing. You pick one thing and say, okay, I'm done drinking soda, and you stop drinking soda. That's it. You don't change anything else about your diet. Mm-hmm. And then a month later, you're like, okay, I'm done with this, or I'm going to replace this with this. It's these steps that you take into it. You don't just throw everything out, and it's overwhelming for people. Yeah. Some people can do that, but they're the exception to the rule.
Yeah, but I completely agree with you. I still think there's all of these things that we're constantly trying to change about ourselves it's just selfishness. And we have to figure out how to deal with that before any of those other things can change. In light of that, I've abandoned my puka shame necklace because I'm going to try, I think Valerie and I are going to do a chicken, potato, carrot, egg, broccoli thing together. Nice. She does not want to do it with the group. She's not interested, but she said that she would consider doing it with me because I want to do it again. Yeah. And if she doesn't want to do it, I've said this before, I may wager the coin and we can all be sad together again for 30 days. But
so you're saying there's a unclaimed puka shell necklace somewhere out there in the world?
You want it?
Gotta stab my pooks.
You should I know the dynamics between husband and wives, but you should encourage her to reach out to Jessica or like
Leslie, somebody,
because Jessica would probably commit with her. Mm-hmm. You need someone other than your spouse.
I know,
and that is why I threw Jessica in the mix with us last time. We already talked about that, but
I think it's a terrible idea. Yeah. I don't think it's going to work, but I think this is a good first step. Because here's what's going to happen. It's going to be Friday night. She's going to be tired. I'm going to be tired. And she's going to be like... She's just going to sit there with a sad look on her face.
Let's just make enchiladas.
And I'm going to be like, I'm going to go get us some ice cream. Mm-hmm. And then that's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That is exactly what's going to happen.
I know. Oh, man.
So if Valerie, you put the coin up for grabs.
So, Valerie, if you're listening
you'll
to
be
this,
restrained.
20 years from now, we called it.
I do want to talk about one other thing. Did you have something else you wanted to talk about? We wrapped up VBS this week. I made a decision. Did you work VBS?
I did not. Jessica, we were on duty at the children's home, so
you worked it
one day.
So Jessica,
and I made sure to get thanked for it. I went up partially on Friday and did just the bare minimum. I went and helped my wife, and she's like, "All right, I need you to do one thing." I show a video.
You're not gonna like what I say after this. Go ahead.
And she's like, "Your only job is to flick the light switch on and off." Uh-huh. And she's like, "Turn it off for the video and then turn it back on." There were 2 videos. The very first class, she had and the lights. And the lights. And I'm like, I was in my own world.
looking at his phone.
And I turned the lights off.
He's
and
looking at his phone the whole yeah.
I turn it back on, and she looks at me, and she's like, "You have one job." But after BVS, we're all in, and everybody who has worked so hard all week and done all this stuff.
They
and,
did a great job.
Jordan is going around, he's thanking everybody. He's like, "And is there anyone else I didn't think?" And I stood up.
Oh my gosh!
And I raised my hand, and I was like, "You didn't call me out by name, Jordan." And he looked at me.
Hold on.
You are really not going to like what I say next.
Okay.
I was joking when I was doing it, but
Do you feel like that is me rubbing off on him?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, go ahead.
Because there's no way I would have done that. I would have just sat quietly and been like, I didn't even do the one job I had to do. Right?
Yeah.
It's probably because my quiet times are in Acts, but missions and mission work is on my mind, like in the processing in the back constantly. And it occurred. Valerie said something about a couple of the girls who were working this week, college age girls, and they took time off their job to be here, and then they went and worked in the afternoon. And I was like, why didn't I think of that? That is so dumb of me. I could have just taken 2 days of vacation and gone in and worked half days, Tuesday through Friday, so that I could have helped. Like, why did I not? I didn't even think of that. But these girls did. I'm like, I'm going to go praise them on Sunday when I see them. But it made me think about how I've had a lot of these. You guys do this, right? Am I the only one who thinks like this? I have like 10 different things that I'm always thinking about, and then occasionally they all come together and they form this complete thought. So I've been thinking about that this week. I've been thinking about, I read an article about people doing short-term missions and how the good and the bad with it. And this guy this guy's a missionary. He's a medical missionary.
Sure.
And he does short-term stuff. He does like a few months at a time in a place, and they do life-saving stuff, like stuff that's actually going to make an impact.
Yeah.
But he made this comment. I've never even thought of this before. You probably thought of this. That some of those places will ask for churches in America to come so that they can get the money. And they will like round up people to pretend to be converted so that pastors can go back home and be like, 50 people got saved. I'd never heard that before, but I was like, it makes a lot of sense.
It happens. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sad.
It is sad. And it made me think, because we've got, it's summertime. We know young Christians have been hitting us up for money so they can go to Guatemala or Africa or whatever. And were you going to say something?
Yeah. Sometimes there's nefarious, like, get money. Sometimes it's a cultural, like, there are places who, like, they want you to feel as the person who traveled to their place that you did a good job and got what you want. So they'll raise their hand, they'll do the thing that you ask them to do so that you feel good about yourself. But then there's a lot of times it's like there's some nefarious stuff going on. People are getting paid to raise their hand and say they got saved so that the missionaries will come back next year.
Yes. And I'm not saying that that's happening all the time. I'm not trying to cast a pall over short-term mission work at all.
Right.
But putting it into perspective, it's always bothered me that we're super okay with, I'm going to go to, like we did a short-term mission when we were younger, Cody and I did to Arizona, and we spent a week with these kids and then backyard Bible study. We were working with missionaries, and we were augmenting what they were actually doing on the field all the time because they were home missionaries, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one thing. But then it just occurred to me today, and I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been thinking about it ever since I met you, actually, Elliot. This is why you're not going to like, because I'm about to compliment you in a genuine way, and you were like trying to get praise for your crappy light switching job.
I did do such a bad job of that.
But I was telling Valerie this morning, because you were a missionary for 7 years, right?
6.
Okay, I'm gonna round up 7, because you had to prepare, right?
I was rounding up from 5, so no.
But I was telling Valerie, I was like, I don't think Elliot ever left the mission field. I think he left the country that he was serving in, and then he came here, and he and his wife have continued to just be missionaries. And I think that's how we're supposed to be, like everybody. And I think Cody does the same thing. Cody doesn't, I don't think you put it in this way, but the job that you have, I'm doing air quotes, the job you have is ministry, and you're doing it sacrificially and all the time, and you're reflecting Jesus to all these kids all the time, and the parents that you're having to work with too.
And just the air quotes are fine.
And I don't mean that derogatorily.
No. Like when you go and look at the job description online, it's job description.
Yeah. No, I don't mean that. I don't mean it in a bad way.
Because the job description is go hang out by the pool.
Take 6 vacations a summer.
Yeah. So the quotes is fine.
It's appropriate.
Yeah. You want to know what I had to do while you were at your job?
Yeah. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I know. It's fine.
But I feel like you guys are living, and I've been, one of the things that keeps me going at my job is that I feel like I get to be a witness for Jesus among a bunch of people that I would never interact with regularly. And I like that. But I was just thinking how, man, if everybody would do that, because everybody, like VBS is here, and this is what I'm bringing it back. Valerie worked VBS. She was not looking forward to it. And I was like, and before it started, I was like, what a joy that you get to do this. I don't. I have to go work. I wouldn't even, because it didn't even occur to me that I could have taken off work like that. And I know I could have, because I've got a good relationship with my boss and my company. I said, what a joy. Like her first day, she was so wore out. She was having to deal with these kids with special needs, and it was nuts. And I was like, what a joy that you got to be Jesus for these kids. And that helped her get through the week. Not me saying that, of course. Like the Lord sustained her, of course. But man, it just hit me like, why do we struggle to find volunteers for Vacation Bible School, but people would be willing to go to another side of the world? We're so unwilling to super invest in being missionaries where we live. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's bananas. But I understand it because I've lived most of my life like that. It's only been the last few years that I've been like, what am I doing? What am I doing? New people come to the church. You invite them out to dinner. You bring them over to your house. I'm talking to Elliot for our listeners. He brings them over to his house. He cooks dinner for them.
My wife cooks dinner.
But you guys welcome them with hospitality. And that made us want to stay when that happened. And I know that there's other people in the church that you've done that for, and that's the reason they're here, and their lives are made better because of Christ through that. Man, if everybody did that, everybody just took time for each other, just a little bit, I don't know. I'll stop talking, but I don't know how to fully formulate it, because I've been on both sides of it, and now I'm on the side where, like, man, we should all be acting like I don't mean pretending in this way, but we should be pretending, acting, living our lives as though we are literal missionaries. Because sometimes missionaries have to have actual jobs, right? Sure. We should be doing that right now. We should just be pretending we're missionaries right here, right now, all the time. That's it. End of rant.
That's a good rant. I mean, I agree. I think we should have an eternal perspective in mind as you go through your day. And yes, and even in the job you have, and I'm talking to myself, you can have bring eternal value and look for what you can do. Yeah, maybe you can't go overseas, but can you have somebody to dinner? Can you go? I know a bunch of guys who get together and just hang out and talk about life and do different things. That's good. Like, you should try to invest in people and make time for that and serve people and love people and serve the church and do what you can. And I think if you make it a priority, it will pay out dividends, and your life changed and other people's lives changed. And then the big thing is, don't give up, because you don't always see those things right away. And so it's
just like with mission work.
Yeah, right? Just exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We've got friends who are missionaries, and they've been in the same place for going on 20 years now plus. And they're not seeing thousands of people get saved. They're seeing 2 and 3 and 4 and one little house church start. And that's great, and it's taken them 20 years to get to that. But that's 20 years, and people's lives are being changed by that. So
the big picture has been my mantra for a couple months now, of trying to set the example as someone who is looking at the bigger picture further down the road, focusing on not what is seen, but what is unseen. Like, and it's not a normal place for people to reside, to think that way. I think in the church, a lot of people assume that those things, whatever they are being taken care of by other people.
Yeah.
And that I don't need to. And it's not true. Like, and things go unnoticed. This, like, we invited Mike and Dee over for dinner, I don't know, a year ago. Maybe a year and a half ago. But it was when he was still interim, I think, or maybe it might have been right after Hunter came. But we invited him over for dinner. I cooked ribeyes for him and Dee, and we just sat around and talked and laughed. And they said something, Mike said something to me that just was a shock. He said, "You guys are the first people that have invited us over for dinner since I was interim."
It's an indictment on all of us, but go ahead.
Did you? I was afraid, like, maybe he forgot that he went to your house.
Oh, I thought you were like, Elliot, did you invite him? Because you've known him longer and you're better friends with him than we are.
I am.
I feel like we did, actually.
Maybe he forgot.
But maybe it was after.
He's probably not counting you because you guys have known each other for like 30 years or something.
No,
20 years?
No, really. I mean, I knew of him, but because he's a pretty famous guy, but I really didn't get to know him until we came to Sepulpa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's only been like 10 years?
Yeah, we came in 2012, so it's been like 13 years now.
Okay.
So
I thought he was your BCM director for some reason.
Not mine. He was at OSU.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
So when I think of that story, not that story.
Not that Mike story.
Not that Mike story. When I think of
Mike story
him saying that, my next thought is, has Hunter been here for 2 years and no one's invited him over for dinner?
He's been to our house for dinner. So.
Okay.
He hasn't been to our house, but we go out to dinner. We're actually going out with him next week.
Okay.
We go out. Yeah.
Because
it's a thing.
That's
it's
me
hard.
falling into the trap of thinking, oh, everybody else is inviting him over for dinner. Like,
Sure.
I'm like, oh, I don't want to invite him over because he's probably bombarded with requests to go to dinner and come to our house and have dinner, and he easily could not be.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think just most people, their lives are already filled with people in their lives. Like, there's already enough people in my life that I wish I had time to talk to on a regular basis, and I don't. Like,
it's hard.
You guys and Hunter, I think, are the only people that I like super make time for. Like, outside of my family, and even my family,
there's a lot of people that I like to go to coffee with or have lunch with, and I just can't always. It's like, oh man, it's Friday already. I missed all the opportunities, and just busy, or I hit one of them, and there's 5 other people I want to go meet with or talk with.
So while we're on it, this is an encouragement for all of our listeners.
Yeah.
Spend some time and think about the bigger picture and what you're doing and how it fits and how it benefits the kingdom. What are you doing that is moving the kingdom forward, that is a bigger picture thing? Where are you looking further down the road? And what is something that you can do right now that you've thought of 100 times but you've never done it? Do it. Call that person and have them over for dinner. I mean, those are easy steps and they matter, like a lot. So bigger picture stuff.
That's good.
All right.
That's a good way to wrap up. Were you going to say something else?
Oh, I was going to do a subject change and do Who Are You?
Oh. Do you want to do that?
We can save it for later.
How long have we been going?
Hour and 9 minutes.
We can do it.
Do it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Who are you?
Let's save it for Who Are You?
Let's do it.
Do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do Who You Are You to wrap up the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You kind of have to do a Who Are You since you mentioned it to your buddy, right?
Yeah, who are you? This is the segment where we name a Disney movie, and each of us decides...
Don't sue us, Disney.
Yeah, right.
Each of us decides which character we are on our own, and then our friends, or I think counterparts was the word you used earlier.
I think it would be hilarious if Disney did send us a cease and desist because they're like, you're clearly not Gaston. How dare you assume that you are?
Man, I would love it if we got a cease and desist letter. That would mean it's almost like a badge that you've made it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because all these I'm sure there's people podcasting left and right, and they're throwing Disney around and Star Wars around, and they're throwing Marvel characters, and nobody cares because there's like just their kids are listening to them like us.
Yeah.
All right.
But when you've made it, you've got a cease and desist. So I'm looking forward to a cease and desist letter.
Yeah. All right. So here's the scene.
He wants me to let him start the game and not keep interrupting.
I know. We keep interrupting him.
And we'll do it later. All right, here's the scene. It's the summer of 92. It's super hot. You've been outside. You're sweaty.
Is this a Disney movie?
No, he's setting the scene.
You come in, and you've got your old RCA TV and your VCR there. You got a stack of VHS tapes, Jurassic Park. Milk Money.
I'm just gonna.
I didn't know where he was going.
You're hot. You grab a popsicle.
You would, because the story was about you.
The TV is perfectly located right in front of the window unit, so just cool, crisp air conditioning air is just blowing on your sweaty face. And you reach up for your favorite Disney movie, The Little Mermaid.
What are you looking at?
Which character do you constantly find yourself identifying with as you watch The Little Mermaid?
Well, I know who you identify with. What did you write down?
I wanted to see when Little Mermaid came out.
Was it 92?
It was 89.
Okay.
I was right. I was like, because if he
he
said 92 and it came out in 92, I would be like, it's still in theaters.
Yeah.
It's not on TV.
Yeah, we did.
But 3 years later?
I just took a guess.
No, you did good. It was Little Mermaid was 89. So
Okay.
92, we very easily could have been reaching up for the
Oh,
VHS.
it was in that giant
The
bubble,
giant plastic,
white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So who's going first?
I haven't even thought. Somebody else go first.
So who do we most identify with? I'll go first.
Yeah. And then so we got to think about who we think he identifies with.
Oh, I think I've got mine.
Yeah. You got yours, Cody?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. Here's mine. For me, this is who I identify with.
Okay.
Sebastian.
Sebastian
the Crab. Mm-hmm. Why do you identify with Sebastian the Crab?
I don't know, mainly because of the song. We listened to the soundtrack of Little Mermaid constantly. We had a cassette tape in the Aerostar minivan, and then when Mom would bring us to school and pick us up, we're singing Under the Sea and Kiss the Girl and all this stuff. And he was the singer.
Yeah, he did do a lot of singing.
He was the band leader.
Yeah.
He was the orchestrator of a lot of stuff. He was rooting for the hero.
You're the only one out of the three of us who's been French chef tried to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in 13.
I cut off their head and rip out their bones.
Yep. I don't like talking about it, but
It brings up a lot of traumatic memories.
yeah. But so yeah, Sebastian for me.
Yeah. So now
Elliot?
we're supposed to.
Yeah. So now we.
Who do
need
you
to-
think I was?
Nothing really stood out, but you said Sebastian, and I was like, yeah.
Well, you didn't pick. Well, who did you pick though? If you say Ariel, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
not Ariel. No, I think Sebastian.
But who did you pick? Because
I didn't pick.
You did.
I didn't have anybody. I was like, I don't know.
We're recording this. I can play it back and be like, "You're like, oh yeah, I got one." But,
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's why I went to you first.
No, I had one for me.
Oh,
I was like, I finally figured out mine, who I think
I'm
I am.
sorry.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I
and then
messed
you were
up
like,
the game.
no, you didn't. I was like, I thought by the time you finished talking, I would come up with something, and I didn't.
How often does this happen at work where you're like, oh, I know the answer. I'm thinking about it. And they're like, Elliot, totally different question. What's the answer? And you're like, but you just said you knew, Elliot.
I was talking about something else.
I've got to use the restroom.
Yeah.
So, Cody, who do you think I am from Little Mermaid?
I struggled with this, and I'm trying to put like the three of us in the movie together, and like what's the, and I think Sebastian's a fair, like I think you would be the voice of like, no, we're not doing that. Like,
That's definitely my voice.
Like,
That's definitely my voice.
I think he's the guy who's like, no, no.
We're not going to the evil witch queen underwater.
Yeah,
No.
which is fair, and it's you need the no person.
Did I ever tell you guys what
You're going to ignore them, but
Yes.
you need them.
I ever tell you what my sister's name for me was? We were growing up. Fun sucker.
So this isn't an old thing. You've always
Always
been
been this way.
Always been
Yes.
this way. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, who are you?
All right.
Wait, I got to think of
Yeah.
who he is.
Give me a second. Here.
So you both agree that I'm Sebastian? Okay.
Yes.
So, all right. So who's Elliot?
Okay, I hope Elliot and I pick the same person.
I don't think so.
I think I know who you are. You're not going to like it.
That's fine.
I hope we all pick the same person.
Now I know who you picked.
Come on,
by
baby.
how hard you're laughing. But that's not who I
That's
picked.
not who I
Who'd
think
you
I
pick?
am. Go ahead.
I picked Sebastian for myself.
Oh, okay.
And as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, is this movie actually about Sebastian? Is he the actual main character of the movie? Is it really just little Sebastian?
Little Sebastian.
That's
What'd you do with the meat?
all right.
So,
Explain it.
little Sebastian, he is like, these are the rules. This is what we're doing. And when he gets, against his will brought into a conspiracy, he is just anxious the whole time. Like, I cannot believe we're doing this. We're disobeying the king. Like, I don't like this. Like, that would 100% be me. Like, these are the rules. We should follow the rules. Like, we should do the thing that we were told to do. And then when I am reluctantly dragged into a conspiracy to like break the rules, I'm like, oh, I'm so anxious. We're going to get caught. I don't like this. Like, that is 100% me.
Okay. No, I'm embarrassed to say who.
No, I know. I go ahead.
Okay, well, wait. Who do you think
I
we
said?
chose?
I think you picked the
He knows. He knows.
the prince's steward, the thin old guy. I knew you were gonna do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
That is who I chose.
Yeah,
The thin
100%.
old steward.
The
Yeah.
guy standing beside the prince.
Yeah,
Trying to keep him in line.
yeah, which I can also kind of see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I knew you. When you started, I was like, "That's the one he picked." Yeah.
I totally forgot about that character, but I think that fits. I picked for you Flounder.
Okay.
Faithful
Because
friend.
he can't swim.
Because he can't swim.
Yeah.
No.
He had
Faith-
one. Did he have one?
No.
That's Nemo.
That's Nemo.
That's Nemo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm mixing it up.
No, he stuck with Ariel. He was like, definitely in the Sebastian's camp, but definitely more of, okay, I'm going to ride this out. I'm going to help Ariel. It's
Could
gonna
be peer
fine.
pressured into
Easily peer pressure. Sebastian's a lot more reluctant. You're way more to be like, yeah, let's go ahead, and you're more, but super encouraging and super loyal and faithful. Yeah,
Okay.
that's who I picked.
How nice.
Good.
That's good that you two were on the same page, though.
Yeah.
All right, so who did? Okay, so you got it. Have you picked for you?
Yeah.
Man, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
There's no Gaston character in this movie, is there? Okay. Okay. I think I've got it.
I think so.
I don't like it. I don't think it fits.
I don't
think there's a character that fits Cody
Right.
to a T.
No. But they're elements. So
Yeah.
I got it. Go ahead.
A King Triton, for sure.
I thought he was going to go Prince, but
I thought
Prince Eric.
I thought he would go King Triton just because he's got a ripped chest.
Yeah,
like he's
absolutely.
the most masculine looking
with a big beard.
Yeah, most masculine character in the show.
I cannot tell you the number of times
Oh gosh. Okay.
that a large
and we're signing off, everybody.
tentacle-laden woman. I cannot tell you the number of times a large tentacle-laden woman has shrunk me down and made me her plaything.
I was going to say, are you King Triton after he's been shrunk down into the miniature version of him?
I'm just always getting in trouble with those big ladies.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
In the words of,
Oh my gosh.
in the words of Timothy from Falls Creek, if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady.
What? What just happened? Oh my gosh.
But for real, I would pick Scuttle for me.
Oh, Scuttles, yeah.
Is that the
That's the bird.
pelican? That's who I picked for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I picked for you.
Yeah.
Very quirky, very
Quirky.
weird.
But there is some morality in there.
Yeah.
And
but willing to do kind of the dangerous things to try to help save the day and everything.
Sure.
that's who I'd pick.
I did
that's right.
not go in that direction at all. So I went ahead
And Scuttle has my favorite line from the whole movie, and I do it all the time with my kids because I have binoculars in my truck,
do it for us.
which is I turn the binoculars around backwards and I look through them at my kids and I scream Ariel.
I picked the Sea Witch for you, Ursula.
Not the center of attention, but just forcing her way in.
Yeah, like I was like, well, obviously,
He agrees with you. Yes.
obviously it's the big character, right? It's the one with a lot of personality.
Right,
That's Cody.
right.
And I'm like, well, who is Ariel? Ariel really doesn't have a lot of personality because she's mute most of the movie.
It's not just that. Like, she doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, when you watch it as an adult, you're like, why is she the star of this show?
Right.
Like, it's really more of like a... Eric
Like,
is really the star.
No, we've already talked about Sebastian's a
yeah,
star.
yeah.
Ursula's like one of the biggest characters. Like even King Trident, is big in there, but he's not around a lot in the movie. But Ursula, she's like there, like a lot of personality. She tricks people into doing things they don't want to do. Have them sign up at contracts / challenges.
And it
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's funny.
and it ends up working out so well for everyone.
Everyone
Because
is
in the
better
end-
because of those challenges.
And
Because in the end she
because
dies.
of her own sacrifice.
Yes,
Everything's better.
everything works out in the end.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, Ursula the Sea Witch.
Wow.
I love it.
That's funny. So, I'm Sebastian. You're Scuttle / Ursula. And you are old man / flounder.
I think we nailed that one.
All right.
I just got to hold up the funny card again. And I feel better. All right, go ahead.
Yep. Apocalypse.
Lovely.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Beans, vanilla, and heresy.